Good morning and thank you for keeping it Citizen Television. Indio ile month. Ish. I'm so excited about this. Happy new month, guys. Thank you so much for creating time for us today. It is Social Hour. Asante sana. Once again, today we want to talk about wacha tusiende huko kwanza. Let's make noise about this month and what excites us, eh? I have my panel of eminent experts on matters love, relationship and personality with me in studio. Wako hapa representing, excited and yeah, Roberta.
Good morning. Nilipata salamu zenu last week. Zilifanya ni scream at my TV. I was so excited. Finally. Now I'm better. Thank you.
Iko na ka bass kengine hapo kazuri.
Ka sexy. Thank you.
Homa ni mzuri.
Thank you so much. I'm amazing. Nilikuwa na hoba. Lakini mnaweza nitumie M-Pesa nipone. Siogope if you have my number. Hivyo tu.
Speaking of which, kuna mtu anasema ati tuache disfigure pesa.
Si mtu ni serikali.
Hakuna. Huyo tu ni mtu alikaa mahali akaamua kutuharibia this month, yeah?
Hataki kutumia demu yake. Demu yake amemuitisha kajam.
Ken, how are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you?
You seem excited about this is it a directive yet or it's just
not really, you know.
Tunawajua.
No, it's a directive because it was a press statement. I'm yet to authenticate whether it was by the central bank itself, but it's true. Do you know disfiguring the currency is an offense under the penal code?
Whatever.
So now you know.
No, I have known this. But then niliambiwa niwaletee salamu mingi sana. Christians of Don Bosco Parish in Upper Hill spend the weekend training their leaders. Nikaambiwa niwasalimie sana.
Tumepokea salamu. Karibu sana, good to see you. QT.
Good to see you, ladies and gentlemen.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Money bouquet, ama no, ama yes?
Cheki, money bouquet for life, bro. What are you talking about? I did that bouquet, by the way, Mr. Kia Roses. But I'd like to send a special shout out to my friend who is turning 3 years sober today. Her name is Susan Mwimi. I just wanted to shout out to her.
Wow.
It's not an easy journey, but it's been amazing to just watch her become sober. So today, 3rd of Feb. Imagine she's turning 3 years. So shout out to you, Susan Mimi. You're doing an absolutely amazing job and I love you so much.
Susan.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's really nice.
I know.
Niko tu zile that.
I know.
So
3 years, it's amazing.
Susan, congratulations.
Yeah,
and it's a journey one day at a time, one day at a time. With friends like you too. Wow. Okay. CJ, me, I wanted to ask, but after Hill, that's deep, man.
Yeah.
CJ, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm awesome.
Right.
Excited. It's February.
Why are you excited?
Yeah, tell us. No, something tell us. Something to ambie. Something to ambie.
What don't we know?
I will let the cat out of the basket. Si sahi lakini. Sahi wacha tuambie watu tunataka kuongea kuhusu nini. Yeah? For better, for worse. We are doing a reality check. Whether this thing, for better, for worse is a thing. Does it exist in the modern context, in the society today? And today we want to be a little bit biased and talk about men. Because hapo ndio kuna shida. Many have accused women that wanawake utoroka. Pindi tu. Hata mniambii congratulations nimetumia.
Japokuwa. Ilhali.
Mradi. When a man loses his job or when he is on his low side, it could be financially or for any other reason, but I think the biggest problem usually inakuanga wakati mwanaume ana pesa. Either they lost their job or business is not doing well or just something. Mahesabu haziingiani. Women have been accused of being the ones who usually leave a man when ako chini. Statistics have shown, and I can continue with and give you the numbers. But anyway, today I want us to talk about it and let's be authentic, let's be truthful about it, and let's talk about even those who leave, what makes them leave, yeah? But is it true? Wacha nianzie hii side.
Last week mambo ilichemka hapa.
Nianzie hii side. Watu wanaribia wanawake jina sana, Ken.
Wanatuharibia jina sana.
Ati wanawake wana left group kwa sababu mwanaume hawezani financially. I think it's a myth. It's a myth. It does not exist. Challenge me.
You want to start with me? I thought unatoa ushuhuda na As a psychologist who spent more than 20 years in therapy, I can tell you for a fact that it is indeed true.
It's true.
That men come to complain that when things went south, that's the time that even the women decided to go. It is human nature for a woman to expect to be provided for and protected by a man. Actually, if a man does not provide and protect for the family, they are not performing their manly duty. However, in the quest of looking for all this and be able to take care of your family, provide for them and protect them, sometimes things do not work how you expected them to work. Or maybe at the entry point of the relationship, there was so much to be given that you do not know what lacking in that relationship simply means. And so when you realize that you may not be provided for again, and you came there so that you can be provided for, you have no reason to stay. And that's why you find a reason to go. Because if it is a transactional kind of a relationship where I am here to give my presence and get some presents, then there is no tally. Yeah? And unfortunately, it is indeed true that the ungrateful people are very entitled. That just because you give, they think it's their right. And some have perfected the art of being helpless in relationships. They don't want to go and look for some so that they can complement. They only know how to sit pretty, go to the salon, get some manicure, pedicure, change hairstyles daily, and the man is supposed to be the cashier, to pay for all that. And when the man is unable, and he says, we need to start cutting down, the woman says, if you can't afford me, then I can't also afford to be with you.
I don't know, you've used so many strong words that you're the title, or transaction, right? Roberta, is it wrong to want, as a woman, to want to be taken care of? To want stability, to want a man to provide for you?
No.
To want to be spoiled?
No.
Is it selfish? Is it wrong to want a good life?
Kwanza tayo swali muuliza. Ona venye kena I know what everyone is waiting for. Let me give it to you. Lakini, hiyo swali leto muuliza Ken. What's wrong with wanting to leave after provision is not on the table anymore? What's wrong with wanting to leave someone after they're not giving what they said they could or what they was promised in the relationship? Men do it all the time. Human beings do it all the time. It's a very natural thing. If you're at a job and you're not achieving the things that you want to achieve anymore, you've tried, you've communicated, you've whatever, you've done all the things that you could to fix. Kama haiworks, si unajitoa tu. Mi sioni shida, honestly, kujitoa. And I say this because
kujitoa sababu mpoa ame lose job ama hana do like they used to. You know, let's look at it now in this context.
Yes. Okay, you see the thing.
You know, you will be judged, Ashley.
People who can make money can always make the money back. People who've made money before, somebody who's made $1 million bob, they will make that $1 million bob again. Somebody who knows how to make 20 bob, they will make that 20 bob again. Kuna difference sana ya mtu mwenye ame lose to job and it's just a bump along the way, na kuna difference between hiyo na mtu mwenye hatafuti, hataki, imeisha, ame resign, sasa like resign, not just job, like their will, their
amejiachilia,
amesema it's over, I'm done. Where Roberta, hiyo lifestyle yako ya kwenda salon kila saa. Me, I've never dated anyone who had a problem with me spending their money. That's what we agreed in the beginning of the relationship.
I love that. Thank you, both.
And you see, when we talk about money, is very touchy because it's something very serious, actually. But if this is what we agreed upon in the relationship, and listen, people who discuss relationships prior to them getting into relationships know what they're getting themselves into. I would not be child-free and get into a relationship with someone who wants a child, and then now I start telling them, you know, they start telling me, where's the baby? Are we having a baby? Z? Ni atafika hapo neni meshindwa kuchange mind ya udem alisha make mind yake up, ajitoe. So kama niko kwa hii relationship for financial gain, I'm saying if this is the context of the relationship, or I know people are in relationships for different reasons, and I don't like for us to pretend like some people are not in relationships for what they're gaining, even if the gain is solely financial. There's some people who want companionship, friendship, love, marriage. It is okay. Kuna watu wengine wanataka motivational partner, kuna mtu wengine wanataka prayer partner, mtu tu ako kwa keja, hata kama muongelesha nangi. Kuna very vast reasons for companionship and coming together. And I think it's very valid. I think we like making women feel bad for the decisions they make, especially if the decisions are benefiting them. And especially if it's a financial thing, financial cause especially, we like to make women feel bad for wanting the things that they want. Personally, I provide these things for myself, whether I'm in a relationship or not, whether there's a man in my life or not. My hair will get done, my nails will get done, I will still eat the things I eat, I'll still go places I go. So it's additional. It's not coming from desperation. So me deciding, hey, me as Roberta, I cannot be with a man who doesn't have a job. What's wrong with that? I don't see what the problem.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that problem? What is the issue, guys? Why is it a problem when it becomes financial? But when the men, when they want wife material, quote unquote, ataka mama, wife material. What are you talking about? Wife material mgani? Oh, nataka mama anipikie, ataka dem anajua kufua, anajua kupanga nguo, anajua.
Lakini nini mbaya?
So, ndio nasema, hao wanataka hivyo, right? They want that. They want a trophy wife. They want these things. But now when it comes to women, when I set my standards just there and say, I want this financial, why is it a problem? When it's emotional, it's not a problem. When it's companionship, it's not a problem because people marry, as Bobby said, people marry for different reasons. Kuna mtu anataka tu mtu wa kukaa tu na yeye, imagine, like companionship tu peke yake. Kuna mtu anataka friendship. Kuna mtu anataka watoto. Unaelewa? There are people who get into relationships for babies, actually. That's the sole reason. So why is it becoming an issue when it's now financial? And these things I can provide for myself. Neza panda cab, neza enda kwa restaurant.
Mwanaume kukosa pesa, does it make him less of a man?
No.
Is that a qualification?
It's not a qualification. It's not a qualification. That's why I'm saying when you're getting into a relationship, and let's be honest, venye tumesema, there's always a reason behind why you're dating someone. You just don't wake up and date someone. Lazima umjue. Why do we get to the talking stage, dating stage? Why? Because you need to know this person. Kuna potential utaona na huyu mse useme, napenda huyu mse because of this and this. Cutie ujituma. Cutie anakuanga go getter. Cutie work out. There's someone who will date me because I work out, and they cannot date someone who doesn't work out. So there's always vested interest. It does not matter what it is. So when it becomes financial, now it becomes a problem. You're saying we are gold diggers. Which gold are we digging? Do you even have the gold in the first place? What are you talking about? But really, so let me tell you, last week I said it here. Come and tell me when the going gets tough. Alafu, when you're providing, and let me tell you, these men, they will do everything they want to do without even being told. A man will spend on you. You don't need to ask that man, I need to make my nails. I said those are petty issues.
They want to.
The nails, the hair, those are petty issues, bro. I'm telling you the truth. A man will spend on you if he wants to spend on you. But when a man is not spending on you, then you should ask yourself, am I even supposed to be here? When the money is there, this man is going to provide. I promise you, this man is going to provide. Yani, wanaume wananga shida. Na hiyo kwanza ndio kitu inawapeanga, sijui kuna kitu tu wanasikianga wakiprovide. But now, if you've been providing for me and my family, for us, I'm going to come through for you. Safin, we need to get that straight. Yoni kitu lazima to get straight. Whatever it is you give a woman, they will give it to you twice. If you give me BS, I give it back to you. If you give me love, I give you love. If you give me kindness, I show you kindness. That's woman.
I've actually heard something about you give her a house, she gives you a home.
You give her, you know,
she gives you babies.
Ndio nakwambia sisi wanawake, we are built like that. Whatever it is a man gives me. By then ni ukweli. Yani kenye tu mwanaume atapatia mwanamke.
Utampea pesa, akupatie chakula.
Akupatie chakula. Hebu mpatie hiyo do uone vile hiyo house itakuwa home, my friend. Wewe, don't even sijaribu kutuambia mambo ya faida.
Are we allowed to interject?
No. Sije tusaidia hapa ni kama kuna shida kidogo.
Hisi kidogo.
Usikuje kusema ati if a man doesn't have money, wachana na wewe mwanaume, wachana na wewe mwanaume. Let's.
Mimi nasema hiyo.
Hapana, we are on the fence on this one. Sijui niko, sije tuambie ukweli.
I never want to be drawn into the gender polarities. However, Listening to QT and Bobby, then you see why men are very distressed and why they're very stressed. It's true. You see why suicide levels are higher with men and the pressure. Generally, an African man is required to have about 3 homes, that he has built one in his village, have one in town, and probably one which is like a holiday home. Then this man is supposed to be taking care of his family. You see, if you are dating and this man is spending on you, that's very different from when he's running a family. They're competing interests that sometimes you're asking yourself, are we doing the hair? Are we paying school fees? Are we doing that? The kids are going for a trip or something, or are we doing this other one? So you now begin to work around the issues of priorities and the things that you're faced with. And this makes men, most of them, at about 40, to become very corrupt. The pressure of the diminishing time makes men become very susceptible to corruption, 40 and beyond. If they get into
corruption,
it's true. If they get into any deals because of the pressure that is coming from their homes, and they know that they don't have too much time to work and settle, they will most probably steal, they will most probably pull a deal or something, because all of these things are being used to judge this person. See, the ladies are talking about they can walk away. I can't walk away from my home. I'll stay there. So if they feel it's not working, they can walk away. It's interesting that it's okay for ladies to walk away from a man who is financially stuck. But if men do that because a woman could not give birth, they will say children come from God.
No, but some men do.
Yes.
They leave even time.
I know. I know they do. I have not justified.
And they leave even for a specific
Safin, I'm rationalizing. I'm not justifying, rationalizing. I'm saying that the knife cuts on both sides. So when you begin to say this is okay, then ask yourself whether the other one is okay. They do, but it is not right. Because there are circumstances that are beyond people. It is not right for somebody to walk out and say, because you couldn't give me babies. The same way you have been with this person, he's been taking care of you. He's been working, he's been doing stuff. Seasons have changed. Then you say, I came in for the money, so now I'm leaving. That's very unfair, because even work itself does not guarantee you financial success. There are people who are working very hard. Guys woke up this morning, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., they're on the road, they're going to industrial area. They'll go back home in the evening, probably with 300, 500 shillings. It's not hard work that is putting money on the table. There are very many other factors, including just God blessing your work. There's somebody else who is not doing too much, and then they're having that financial success. There are networks, there's favors, there's all kinds of things that influence that. So a man who has given himself completely, going in, no holidays, he doesn't have any other thing that he's doing. He's not having ladies outside, he's not drinking in the night, he's bringing everything that he has, but whatever he's bringing is not enough. And then you walk out on that man, there's no difference with the man who walked out on a woman who did not have a baby. I think that when we talk about what men are going through, it's unfair, Bobby, to pull what women go through, because we always talk about what women go through. We always talk about we always talk about
men.
No, we always talk about
actually, it's the other way around.
What women go through.
About women.
And when we bring up what men go through, it is unfair now to compare it
with what. So what do men go through? Ken?
Yeah, please, Ken, tell us what you guys go through.
Yeah,
now,
today
let's
it was
talk
about
men.
the wounded man.
Through?
You know, the man who's broken, the man who is in his low season.
Yeah.
Take us to the mind of this man. You know, in the context of a relationship, what do they go through?
Finally, brethren, we can now discuss it.
Oh my God.
I admired what QT was talking about, that give a woman a house, she'll give you a home. Give her what, she will multiply. I admired that because that is the idealist's world. That is the ideal, what should happen.
It's not practical.
Oh my
In
God.
reality, unfortunately, it's not. Let me tell you, there's a joke that goes around that if you see a man and a woman seated in traffic and talking, there are only 2 possibilities. Either the car is new or the woman is new. Because in many cases, it's not a conversation. ni kupigana. Not like Nairobi today, there was crazy traffic. I don't know what's happening, but there is crazy traffic. Watu wamelipwa, eh? Men do not talk. But when men talk, you'd actually think they have been in hell and coming back to the world to live. I have listened to men who say how worthless they have been put by their spouses. Just because of lack of going an extra mile, they have done the bare minimum, but they cannot go an extra and give the woman extra just because another woman is getting it. Men go through a lot of comparisons. Comparisons that put the men down. You've tried to build a bungalow, and then a friend of yours invites you to go and open a mansion. Your woman will not remember that you have built her a house. She will start comparing, shouldn't we have built a mansion than a bungalow? You have done the bare minimum. CJ is talking about 3 homes. Forget about those who can't even afford a 3rd home. Somebody who's come to town and decided to buy a piece of land in Kimuka, that's where I sell land. And they are saying, I come from Kisii, but we can build in Kimuka, and we can also try to build in Kisii. And he's been told, why Kimuka? Why couldn't we have gone to Thika Road? Is this the least that you have? Now, see, the mind of a man is a mind of settling. The mind of a woman is wanting to get more. It is okay to appreciate the fact that yearning for more is very good. But the question is, can we really afford it? Yeah, that's 1. 2, men who are never appreciated for the role they play in the children's life. That a father, and this is a mistake that we even make, we who go to speak to schools, yeah? How many fathers are here? Stand up, clap for these men, because they're intentional fathers. Forgetting, there's a man somewhere who cannot even be granted permission of leave of absence from work. And then we try to claim they are not good fathers. Yet, amejaribu kulipa school fees. This child has never lacked.
You are in HR.
Yes.
If a father walks into your office and asks for permission to go and visit their child in school, would you deny them because they are men?
I'm cut different. Today in the morning, I've woken up to a text from a new staff member who joined us yesterday to tell me that they have a child admitted in hospital and they don't know what to do, and have said, you first become a mother before you become an employee. I think I'm cut different. Yeah? But
does it apply for men? If a man
men in HR understand men.
Okay.
Do women in HR understand men? Because that's another conversation.
Where is your wife?
Yes, why do you have to go? Unataka kupoteza kazi, watalipiwa na nini? And we start putting men down. And you know, it's last week when we were giving an example, Bobby wasn't here, of a politician who decides to come out in the open and talks about gender-based violence and seeking votes. And we are here asking, ni bibi tutakupigia ama ni kura? We vilify the feelings of the men, and then we want them to man up. Okay. For how long will you man up and be eaten inside and then you die?
I've heard you. I don't know whether CJ you can also tell us more. Wacha tupe wanaume chance leo waongee watoke before we speak as women how we see it in our world.
You know, what
do men not say? What are they denied opportunity to say in such situations?
See, the primary relationship of a man is with his work or purpose. That is how he was created. He was given a garden before he was given a woman. The primary relationship of a woman is with the man. And so you will realize that when things are working for the man, his relationship will work, most probably, wherever he wants it to work. It will be better for him. So if his things are working, whether business or at work, you have a better man coming home. If a woman's relationship is working, you have a better woman coming to work. This is something that sometimes we don't get. So when I am a man and my primary relationship is with work, I may not understand that the primary relationship of the woman is with me. So I will think that she's demanding too much, she's asking for too much, she's nagging. However, she also does not understand that I am only able to function properly as a man when I feel fulfilled. And I'll feel fulfilled with my dreams, my vision, my career, my growth happening, then I come back to her to give. I can now give attention, I can give my emotions, I have something to provide, I feel confident enough to protect, I feel all of that. If this is not working on the other side, the man gets stressed. And this is why the woman is in his life to offer not even financial support. The primary support a woman offers a man is not financial, it is emotional. Because men built for work, that's not a place where they are in an emotional connection with. It is mental, it is logical. You come in, you just need the emotional support of a woman, meaning she understands where you are at. So if it is not working at work, or working with my dreams, and I am stressed, then I lose this emotional support. What happens is I have no outlet. So there's going to be an explosion.
Right.
This is where the men now are contained in so much pressure that they may probably...
I've heard you, but I don't know whether women have an issue with the kind of men that Ken and CJ have described. The men who are trying.
Those ones, we love them.
Hapo tuko sawa, si ndio? We are talking about the ones who lack the drive, the vision, like ako tu.
Are those the men we're talking about today?
But every man has a vision.
Let's talk
We're talking about every
Every man has a vision. Some have a
We're talking
short-term
about
vision.
all of them. We're not leaving anyone out in this.
Ule ako tu.
We're talking about for better or for worse. we're not talking about
No
for
man
worse.
marries.
Do you treat them with grace? Do you allow them time? So how do you show up in such a scenario?
For a man.
Siju kama unanielewa. The kind of men...
Have you shown up?
Me?
In our scenario. Yeah. Have you ever been in our scenario?
Yo, ashakujibu. Like me.
Like
Me, Roberta.
No.
Me, you
In
know,
psychology, you have to confirm what it means.
For who?
an argument I keep having with my mom even. You know, sometimes I'll be hanging out with her and I'll be telling her, you know, mom, mi says enda huku juu itabidi nifanye. And she's like, unajua maisha ni ngumu, lazima ujizoeshe also the hard side so that you can get. And I tell her, sis, I've had a hard life, like...
Sis.
I just love your relationship with your mom.
Sis, nimekuwa hii maisha ngumu for so long. Unataka bado saizi niendelee kuchoose maisha ngumu. Like, if you had a poor dad and then now you marry a poor man. If you had a poor home and then now you go into a poor home and then you had a... What is wrong with women wanting better? And I like that. You know, even if I bring up women's side, it's because I can only speak for women. It's because I don't know what goes on in men's lives. I cannot actively say this is what is happening to a man. I can only guess or assume or give examples from my own personal experiences. But I am also aware that stereotypes don't cover like the whole vast situation. So what I think is kuna nuances mingi sana naona zinashinda ziki come up kwa hii discussion. Lakini nataka mimi ku point out the point that I don't like how women are just, as a woman especially, because I know the invisible emotional labor that I bring to any situation, even in friendship. We do it for each other all the time. It's not something I have ever received from a man. Maybe there are men who pour into women emotionally, but most times when I've had this discussion with CJ, but the conclusion was he asked me, do you want a man who solves and provides and thinks, or do you want a man who comes to cry with you when you're having issues?
Choose.
And I want
both.
I want both, but from that discussion, I was able to walk away with the understanding that men and women are built different, and it's not really a choosing. It's a delicate dance. It's of understanding when who can show up how and in which way they can feel you. So it's a delicate balance. It's a dance which you have to be very willing to understand. But my issue when we bring this discussion, especially of women, money, emotions, my issue is the women are doing it. The women do it all the time. We don't come and sit and say, I was not able to pay school fees for my child because I was emotional with my boyfriend who left me. We don't come and sit and say, at work I was expected to make decisions and
so I can't cook.
We don't do that.
Show up.
And it's not really coming from comparison. It's just an observation, which, again, I said, these conversations are cropping up from Nuance.
All right.
If the women are teaching themselves to exist in these spaces where they are needed logically, financially, to show up in all these other ways. Why are the men staying stuck and saying, why are you leaving me because I don't have money? Bro, even you, if I got fat and ugly, you would leave me. You would leave me. I don't think you'd choose me. And listen, kumbuka nimesema, this is not all sides. This is not all men act like this or all women act like this. It's those situations that we see cropping up, and they come up and they're very real. How many men leave women when they're pregnant? You find out your girlfriend is pregnant, you stop talking to her. These are things that happen all the time. And like CJ said, we're not justifying. We're not saying because men do it, women should do it. Because men do this, women should do this. We're bringing them up as examples. My issue is stop wanting women to stay subjugated, to stay quiet, to stay in situations that they do not need to be in just because they are women, or because they are supposed to feel shame for wanting more, or because talking about money is a very touchy subject. That's why I talk about money very openly. Like I say all these jokes and examples about money. You guys giggle, but I'm never joking. I'm never joking, by the way. If you ever see me and you think I'm broke, let me talk to her. No. Don't message me if you're broke. Don't, because it's not about, listen, we all go broke.
With you, Robert?
We all go broke. Sometimes it could be me. Tomorrow it could be you. So why is your primary focus relationships, when you cannot show up even for yourself in the way that you would like to?
Look for money first.
Me, I'm not here broke looking for boyfriends. Me, I work, I take care of myself, I work on my emotions, I work on my thinking, I work on my logic, I work on my friendships, so that when I'm in a relationship, I'm not the only one depending on QT to always pay for everything. I can say, QT, do you need me to pay for this? Do you need me to send you money? And then she'll say, no, don't give me money. I'm today pay for everything. Why? Because at the end of the day, we need to be working on ourselves intentionally so that when we're showing up in this... And listen, losing your job, going broke, grief, all this has bumps along the way of life, the path of life. I'm not saying when someone goes through something, you should leave them. Situations vary and things are very different. And today, I don't think we're focusing on the good man who shows up for you and loves you and communicates and tries
and provides.
And then he loses his job.
That's the man we are looking for.
That's the man.
That's
Ken and I are talking about.
But this is money.
That's the man. That's the man. Ken and I are talking about.
We don't have a problem with that man.
You know why that's an issue? Because there's no woman who's going to leave such a man.
There's a woman.
That's a gem.
The men we are going to leave. The men we are going to leave are. And the thing is, have you been around men when they lose their job, first of all, or when they're broke? Have you guys been around such men?
I have.
The way their attitude is, when you're dating them actively, the way they start to treat you, the way they speak to you, the way they act, the way they're irritable, the way they become abusive. Hizi stories za jaba tu tunatoa juu tunachukia men. Ni kwa sababu tumeona history, tumeona experience. Na nasema nina an issue kwa sababu there is no sane grown woman who loves herself is going to say this is a good man, he just lost his job and then leave him.
Well, who do you know?
Na kama na sisemi how exist, but them kawa na exist. Like in this situation, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when a man loses his job. This is general. Should I leave? And my answer is, as a woman, if whatever the situation is, if I feel like this is not a situation I should be in, why can't I leave? What's wrong with that?
Okay. QT.
Yeah.
I want you to fine-tune our thinking as women. What kind of men and under what circumstances can a woman do what Roberta is saying, leave? Ni wagani tuko nao na shida?
Tuko na shida na wanaume wenye wako very abusive, na abuse ina come in terms of financial. Please note, financial like abusive, it's not just about physical, ati mtu amekuchapa. It's not only about that. Kuna kuanga na emotional abuse. I think we've talked about that extensively.
So break down this financial abuse.
Hii financial abuse, huyu mwanaume ako sawa kabisa financially, ako fiti. Ako na do, job yake iko fiti, everything is good, we are together, but this man has just decided not to provide. I don't know why they do that. Unapata tu mse ameamua stingy tu. Ye uko nje endo analipa bills kwa bars, anaonyesha mabeshte wake, he's driving the latest car, he's doing everything, and I'm not saying it's a problem. You can take care of yourself. I mean, it's your money. If you want to buy the latest car, the latest phone, the latest, it's okay.
What about ule mwenye hana?
Mwenye hana hatuna shida naye. Unacheki venye Bobby amesema.
Hata hawako na yeye.
No. Haya, let me tell you what life has done. Ngoja kidogo, unaona saizi, Safina wacha nikupatie.
Wacha na stingy.
Wacha nikupatie na reality ya saizi.
Mwanaume tu vitu hesabu zake haziingii.
Cheki.
Life haimpeleki vile anataka.
Listen, saizi hatuna.
Kama umuache shule, and maybe you are the only good thing happening in his life in that season.
Kitu amtaki kuface saizi ni ati hawa maboy wenye kitambo tulikuwa tunaanzanga life now, tunaanza na mattress, tunaanza na ufa na laptop.
Kitambo, kwani hai happen?
Saizi it's not happening. Saizi ukipatana na boy, let me tell, ako na gari, ako na nyumba, ako na TV, ako na nini. Hizo vitu already ako nazo saizi. Hatuna hiyo leisure. Hiyo time, hizo ni vitu zake amewakad na mimi pia nimewakad. So tukipatana saizi na boy child, yako na vitu zake, mimi niko na vitu zangu.
Wezi anza na mtu chini.
Kwa sakafu. Ndio nimesema saizi hatuna hiyo leisure because right now even the Gen Zs wanapata majob. Saizi mtu ako 20 ana earn from social media. Yani influencer manzi analipoka hata so 3 per month. What are you talking about? But back in the day, a 20-year-old, 21-year-old, watu walikuwa wanaona wakiwa 25, ndio unapata boy ameanza kujitengeneza. Dem anatoka kwao, akiwa na zero na nguo zake, anaenda na move in kwa keja ya boy mwenye ako na kila kitu. You understand, Safin? Saizi hatuna hiyo leisure. Saizi sisi wote tuko na kila kitu. So tumemeet. Ni nini yenye tunaweza saidiana nayo?
Lakini ni vibaya kwanza na mwanaume chini.
Si vibaya kwanza mimi I wish tunaweza kuwa na hiyo chance.
Anasema hawezi.
Ndio nasema Gen Zs unfortunately hawana hiyo leisure ya kuenjoy hizo vitu. Una get millennials walikuwa na hiyo time, walipatana na potential. Ulikuwa unaona huyu boy unasema manze huyu atakuwa producer mnoma, huyu atakuwa presenter mnoma, huyu atakuwa mechanic mnoma, una get huyu atakuwa engineer mnoma. Back in the day you could see that potential. Right now our Gen Zs wanajidiscover mapema. I mean at 18 someone already knows what they want. They are already earning. Hata ashatoka kwa nyumba ya mamake ameenda kona keja yake. We are meeting very young people that already have potential, that already have wealth that they've looked for. You understand? So if you're getting into a relationship, you need to ask yourself, why am I in this relationship in the first place? Kwa nini niko hapa na huyu mse? And if it hits the fan, you know, like iki hit the fan, will I be there for this man? So this is what na nitarudia na nilisema last week na nasema this week again. Please, if you're a man, kama uko na hiyo doyote, kama uko na hiyo potential, kama uko na hiyo capability of providing, provide. And then when that day comes, ndio utajua these women can actually show up. Historia kusema ati mademu wako hapa juu ya do, hiyo do in the first place nikikuja kwa hii relationship tulikuwa tumeongea nini, tulikuwa tumeagree nini. So why are you victimizing me in this situation? Uanze kusema ati uko hapa juu ya do, ati utatoka juu ya do, ati gold digger. Na mwache kutuita gold diggers. By the way, we are not gold diggers. And we can provide for ourselves and I can provide for you. I can take care of you and our children.
You women, you've spoken.
Hautupatii time ya the point.
Tulinyamaza wakaongea.
Okay, wacha nipeane tu final. Niseme hivi, mimi personally
kama representiwe kwa hii conversation.
By the way, once you provide for me and my family and our kids and everything, nakwambia hiyo denye hiyo do itaisha. Nitakuwa hapo na wewe, I will pay for everything. I will take care of you and our kids by the way, so you know.
CJ, let's just be honest. Inakuanga ngumu sana hata mapenzi ku thrive na relation. Like kama mwanaume hana pesa na kazi, like it just creates a complex.
I love how Kitty is talking about how people have money today. I nearly went to my phone to check the statistics. In 2023, Central Bank statistics said that there were only 2 million prime accounts in Kenya. 2 million. Not individuals, prime accounts. A prime account is an account with 100,000. In a population of 50 million. 57 million. Only 2 million accounts. And that would include, you know, people who have multiple accounts. Only 2 million had 100,000. That would show you the state of this economy. I think it was last year or the other year when the CS for Finance was saying Kenya's definition of middle class is somebody earning 150. That's actually an upper middle class. So when you're talking generally about the economic status of this country, it's not. It's not. You need to go back and check how many cars. You have to go and check how many cars do we have, what population, what percentage of this population drives cars. Forget about the traffic that you see on the roads that will make you feel people have cars. You need to go back and check statistically what percentage of this population drives. So there are those things that sometimes we make assumption with because of the reality of where we are. For example, QT has grown herself. The people she will meet now are people at a certain level. So that becomes a reality. The people I meet may fool me that is that's the reality of life, because they are able to afford a certain kind of life, most probably. So when we say that people have, it may not represent everybody. There are a lot of people who are doing everything and it is still not working for them. And I think we should have started with the definition of the kind of man we're talking about today, because I think we've gone all kinds of sides. We're talking about this man has given himself, he's been doing everything that he could, and then they hit this bump that Bobby is talking about. At that point, it's like you're in a matatu, then there's a tire burst. Are you waiting for the tire to be changed, or are you jumping into another matatu? That's what we are talking about. That this is not somebody who was stuck at the stage.
What about, just want to hear your thoughts on that man who ako kwa hiyo situation, but hajitumi. Like, for how long does a woman have to really show up and walk with that kind of a man?
You know, that man needs help, and that man needs psychological help. That's why I talked about the primary support a woman gives is mostly emotional. It's the emotional part of it. That man needs help. And of course, there's some of them who take too long to pick themselves up. The best thing you can do is to try and find ways of this man getting supported, probably by pulling in his family, his friends or something. If he's not listening to you, if it is too much for you, get a brother, a friend or something, tell them, guys, pull your friend up. If there is willingness, he will go through the process. If there's no willingness, then now you can start making different decisions based on what you have already tried. It is evidence-based, not assumption. Not the day that you hear that the man lost his job, the first thing you feel is you are afraid, so you jump out. You need to try and find out. Well, it's treated as a sickness initially, like this person is unwell. So if the person got unwell, are you walking out or are you trying to get them get better? So my thinking is that you need to find help for this person. But you also don't come in from a point of attacking and talking about things like, you know, other men are trying, I know you lost your job, but that's not the end of it. Because we process loss, pain, grief very differently. So just try and find help. It may not be you to give it. You may find somebody else who is closer to them, talk to them, tell them, your friend is going through this, I don't know how to handle it, how are you able to help me?
All right. Wow, I wish I had more time. It makes sense.
Next time wasikuje kwanza tuongee.
It makes sense.
Time to engage your madam.
Okay, Ken, let's wind this conversation down by giving people principles that should guide, you know, the existence of such a relationship where there's an imbalance in terms of finances. The woman feels that maybe she's putting in the weight when it comes to the financial obligations as compared to the man. So what are some of the things principles that can help a couple navigate that season?
As a man who's lost a job before, and I've used this example here, and been taken care of by my wife, I really appreciate the fact that she was there. We had gone through a situation where empowerment was in the process. So she had a job, and I kept on telling her, continue working, despite how the situation is. So my first remark would be, please don't settle for one person contributing for the finances of that family. Secondly, live within your means. Because many a times is when we expect too much, but we can afford it, and we go extra, kukopa-kopa. Mshahara ya Januari imeingia kulipa madeni za apps. Why? Because you wanted to please somebody. That's why you're excited, because this is the month of taking care of the girl child? No,
that's not why I'm excited.
This is the month of love. This is the month of love, and this is the month where love takes precedence. So I'll say this, when you hit the rock bottom, the boat has not yet stalled. You need to come together and sail through the storm together and ask yourself, how do we navigate? Because one thing I know, it might not take a day or 100 days, even if it takes 2 or 3 years, the man will still recover.
All right.
Men are resilient by nature, by the way.
All right. Roberta, one sentence, not a phrase.
The ladies, you know which men we're talking about today. You know, deep down you know. So please, if you're in a situation where you feel like you're not happy anymore, please don't let anyone guilt you into staying because that is what. And this is not just ladies, actually. Let me say men as well. Men, if you're in a situation where you feel like you're not happy anymore, you need to make a decision. Don't let anyone guilt you because sijui nani did this for you, nani. Kama wewe una feel mwendo umeumaliza hapa, ni sawa.
Maybe
hata pia yeye anafaa kuwa na someone better na unamfungia. Wewe kubaki unamfungia.
Una nyota yake, una nyota yake.
Just know what you want in this life, and if you don't get it, then just walk away from it early enough. Don't wait until it's too late and then someone will guilt trip you or make you feel bad about it.
CJ?
I think most of life makes sense while looking back. Don't even assume that you know what you want.
We know nothing. We know nothing.
I mean, you need to differentiate between whether you're supporting a plan that he already has, a character that he has already instilled in himself, ya kujituma, ya kutafuta. Does he want success for himself first, so that you come in to support, or he expects you to carry him on your back to the finish line? Those are two different scenarios. So as a woman, if you find yourself in such a situation, first of all, tofautisha. Does he want success for himself so that you support him? Hata kama ni pesa, unaweza chukua pesa upatie, but he has a plan that you're supporting. That's one situation. The other one is, does he expect you to carry him to the finish line? So those are the two scenarios that you need to consider if you're in that situation. But thank you so much. I think we've really touched on so many things, but I hope that whatever we have done has helped you to sieve through this particular conversation. Thank you so much for watching today. We do this again next week, Tuesday. My name is Safina Chengoma. Keep watching Citizen Television.